If you move and change your address, the MVC must be notified no later than blank after moving. "7 days. When making a U-turn, you must not make it on a curve or near a hill where visibility is limited. You may pass a school bus with flashing red lights which is parked directly in front of a school, on the same side as the school, to pick up or drop off students. At a speed of no more than 10 miles per hour. On a highway or freeway, if you are driving slower than other traffic, stay in the lane. Nearest to the right side of the road. When entering an interstate highway from an acceleration lane, you must keep up with highway traffic or obey posted speed limits. Blank can occur if you drive at high speed on a wet road. Hydroplaning. If your rear wheels start to skid. Turn your steering wheel in the direction of the skid. In a skid, the most important vehicle control device is the steering wheel. When making a left turn at a controlled intersection, you must yield to oncoming vehicles. If an animal suddenly runs in front of your vehicle, you should concentrate on retaining control of your vehicle. When you find both a solid and a broken yellow line between opposing lanes of traffic, you must not pass. If the solid yellow line is on your side, you may pass another vehicle on the right. If the vehicle is making or about to make a left turn, When preparing to leave a parallel parking space, you should do all of the above. If you move to New Jersey from another state, you must register your vehicle within 60 days. Unbalanced tires or low tire pressures can cause faster tire wear. When approaching an intersection to make a right turn, you must stay blank and make the turn close to the right curb. As close to the right as possible. When approaching or driving through a work zone, you must not weave from lane to lane. To enter a roundabout, you must blank, whether you need to make a right turn, a left turn, or a U-turn or continue forward. Turn right but be sure to yield to vehicles already in the roundabout. A steady red arrow signal means you must stop, and you cannot go in the direction of the arrow until it turn green. On steep mountain grades, blank, are built to stop runaway vehicles safely without injuring drivers or passengers. Escape ramps. If you see a solid white line next to your lane, you should stay in your lane. It is illegal to make a U-turn. In all of the above locations, signs with black letters or symbols on an orange background provide specific information and directions to drivers in work zones. At an intersection, a steady yellow traffic signal indicates that you must stop before the intersection if it is safe to do so. If your vehicle's turn signals fail, use blank until you can have them repaired. Hand signals. When you wish to change lanes, to make sure that there are no vehicles in blank, look over your shoulder in the direction you plan to move. Blank. In a typical passenger car, partial hydroplaning can begin at speeds as low as .35 miles per hour. Which of the following statements about railroad crossings is false? It is wise to shift gears when crossing railroad tracks. Which of the following statements about roundabouts is false? Always enter the roundabout to the most left lane and proceed on the left side of the central island. To control your speed on steep downgrades, you should use a lower gear. The correct hand signal to indicate a left turn is hand and arm extended outward. If you see an oncoming vehicle in your lane, what should you do? Do all of the above. Before backing up your vehicle, you should look to the front, sides, and rear, and continue to look blank while backing. To the rear. Being constantly aware of the driving conditions, planning ahead, anticipating dangers, and taking the right actions to avoid obstacles or other vehicles is known as defensive driving. If you are being tailgated, you should let the tailgater pass. You are stopped at an intersection when the traffic light turns green. There is a pedestrian in the crosswalk ahead of you. You should let the pedestrian finish crossing the roadway. If you are driving on a road with 3 or more lanes in your direction, you should use blank, except when passing another vehicle. The rightmost lane. When you encounter a school bus that has stopped with its red lights flashing on either side of an undivided roadway, you must stop and remain stopped until the red lights have been switched off. On a divided highway, you must blank, unless directed to do otherwise by a sign, traffic control device, or police officer. Keep right of the median. Opposing lanes of traffic are separated by yellow lines. What is the best way to handle a curve? Slow down before entering the curve. If you miss your exit on an expressway, you should continue to the next exit. Vertical rectangular signs with black letters on a white background are used as regulatory signs. Which of the following statements about blind spots is false? Larger vehicles do not have blind spots. You should never drive alongside a motorcycle in the same lane because the motorcycle needs the full width of the lane. Flaggers are often located in highway and street work zones. To stop, slow, or guide traffic safely through construction areas. While you are driving, talking on a cell phone may increase your chances of being in a crash by 4 times. Where there are 3 or more lanes going in one direction, the left lane is used by drivers who want to pass other vehicles. Vehicles approaching a roundabout must yield to the traffic in the roundabout and enter into the rightmost lane when safe. The distance that your vehicle travels between the time that you notice a hazard and the time that you start to brake is known as the reaction distance.